So I turn 21 next month. And if I had to describe the past year, it was a lot. It was a classic movie montage. The internships, the 3 a.m. overthinking, a lot of coffee, and a ton of self doubt. But somewhere in all that chaos, I think I started finding myself again. I learned so much, so I wrote it all down. Not the cliche stuff, but the lessons that actually stuck with me. So here are the 21 things I learned by 21. First, you won't always feel motivated, but discipline will save you. I used to wait to feel motivated, to study, to work, to code, but that feeling never ended. I would always end up scrolling reels or watching series. Discipline isn't about being a robot, it is about turning the on button yourself. The flow comes after you start, not before. Second, small routines change everything. I used to think that I had to become that perfect 5 a.m. girl, and that's when my life will change. Turns out it's the tiny, boring things in life, like making my bed, drinking a glass of warm water in morning. Third, you can start over any day. This one was huge. I used to wait for the first of the month or Mondays to start anything that I wanted to, even if it was a simple thing like waking up early. But life doesn't need a perfect timing. You can start over like any day at any time. Like I started my habit of working out on a random Tuesday at 4 p.m. Consistency isn't about never falling off. It is just about getting up again and again. Fourth, delayed gratification is a superpower. We live in a I want it now world, but life doesn't work that way. Good things take time. Even that job you wanted or your dream body, it all takes time and it all builds up with small habits. Fifth, glow up start in your mind first. My glow up didn't start when I started working out or when I started eating healthy. It finally started when I stopped fixing my body and started respecting it instead. Sixth, exercise is a form of gratitude, not punishment. I used to see working out as a punishment of what junk I ate just to reduce all that calories and get my dream body. But now I see working out as a gratitude to see that my body can move, it can do the heavy lifting, it can do the cardio, and it supports me to live such a healthy life. And it's not about becoming smaller, it's about feeling strong and capable. That shift changed everything. Seventh, your body needs love and not just comparison. Confidence isn't just a number on scale, it is acceptance. The day I stopped judging my body for not looking like someone else or for not being the perfect, ideal kind of body, that's when my body started healing and I had a great relationship with my body. Eighth, food affects your mood more than you think. When I started eating cleaner, not perfect, just a bit cleaner, I noticed a great shift. I had less brain fog, less anxiety, and more focus. Ninth, sleep is the most underrated form of self care. Sleeping for about 7 to 8 hours made me more calmer, more productive, and more focused. Rest isn't lazy, it is essential. 10th, confidence comes from competence. I used to always dwell in self doubt whether I could do this project or do this internship or solve this problem. But once I started actually doing it, I got confident. 11. Showing up opens new doors. Every opportunity that I've gotten, the internship, my new friends, all are because I just said yes, even when I was terrified. No one ever feels 100% ready. You get ready by doing it. Well, networking isn't being fake, it's being genuine. I used to hate the word networking because it felt so fake. Like you are talking to someone just so you can get something from them. But in real life, networking is just talking to people about their stories, their learnings, and their experiences. That's how you build relationships that actually last. 13. Progress over perfection. Always. Perfectionism won't get you anywhere. I used to spend hours tweaking a resume or a project just to make it perfect, but I always used to get stuck. Instead, what I started doing is just getting the thing done by the deadline. And that's how you do it. Movement is growth. 14. Financial maturity is freedom. When I started my first SIP, I actually felt confident. I felt like I have my own savings, my own investments, and I can actually become financially independent. Having your own savings, no matter how small, gives you the power to make choices. It is a form of self respect. 15th, you can't pour from an empty cup. I used to be the queen of overcommitting. I used to say yes to all the plans and line them up one after the other, and that made me feel so drained. I had no energy to give it to others. I didn't have it for myself. So you have to take out some time for yourself, and it is not selfish. 16. Not everyone will stay, and that's okay. This one was tough. Friendships change, relationships end, and that hurts. But I learned that ending is not a failure, and it is not always your fault. Some people are lessons, not lifetimes. 17. Emotional safety is the highest form of peace. Love isn't supposed to make you feel anxious. The right people, the right friends will help you calm down and make you feel at home. When you stop chasing chaos, you attract peace. If it is costing you your emotional peace, it is too expensive. 18. Healing is not a straight line. Sometimes I feel like I have come so far and doing good, but other times I go back to overthinking. And that's okay. Healing is not a straight line, it comes and goes, but always moving forward. 19th. You are your longest commitment. People, jobs, and trends go and change, but you are going to live with yourself forever. So, investing in your own health, growth, and self care, that's a promise that you will make with yourself forever. 20. Peace feels better than attention. In a world where everyone is posting, liking, sharing, and screaming for attention, peace is the luxury. I don't chase validation anymore. I don't look at the likes anymore. I don't count how many followers I have or why are the numbers changing. I choose calm. I choose to protect my peace. 21. The last and the most important. You don't need to have it figured all out. When are you gonna buy that house? When are you gonna get that job or that car? You don't have to have it all figured out now. You will figure it out eventually. When I was 18, I used to think that I'll have my whole life planned out by I was 21. But no, it is not the case. And I'm okay with that. You know what? Uncertainty means possibility. You don't need all the answers. You just need to have some faith that it will happen someday and what's coming for you is for the best. If there's one thing that this year has taught me is that growth isn't about being someone new. It's about discovering yourself in a new way. It's about unbecoming the things that were never really you. And it's about coming back home to yourself. If you have stayed till here, I hope you learn something from my lessons so that you don't have to make those mistakes that I did. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Bye.
Ending is a failure. Oh, it is in the form of waves.